Did you know that solar flares can affect your energy? Did you know that we all feel solar flares, but that if you're sensitive or an empath, that those effects can be profound? Stay tuned to the end of this video for a psychic puzzle to practice your intuitive abilities. I recently had a student ask me in my live Q&A practice session how to best balance the energies that happen or the way that people feel after solar flares. So solar flares, our sun is in a really active cycle right now, and these ions hit the planet. You can see this in the Weather Space Station. You can search that up and find, you can see that when there is a lot of solar activity, we often get northern lights. And these energies are really, really intense. Now, the way it works is every single one of us feels these energies, but those of us that are sensitive feel it on a really deep level. What might it feel like? Well, I can tell you it's very real because I feel it and then I'll check the solar weather and there's my validation. So what for me it feels like is I might have some slight cranial pressure, lightheadedness. I might feel kind of fatigued or achy. I might feel kind of crabby. I just feel kind of like I'm detoxing or like a flu-like feeling. It can also make me feel or make you feel dizzy. It can make you feel like you didn't get enough sleep, like you're hungover. It might make you feel spacey, like you can't engage in a thought or continue the thought, like your executive functioning isn't working quite right. Or if you're ADHD, it just makes it feel like you're extremely ADHD and you can't finish a task, you can't stay focused, you just don't have bandwidth. So all of this is really real. It's not make-believe. Everybody is affected by these ions, but it is your own sensitivity that determines how much this is going to be. How do you manage this? Well, my advice is that you do a quick 5-minute reset. And this is what I suggest you do. This is what I do. So you can do this either laying in bed, you can do this sitting somewhere, or you can do it in the shower or in the bathtub. I like to do it in the shower because I like the added visual of the hot water and pressure on my crown chakra actually making a physical sensation of me letting go and grounding. So I'm going to do this with you right now. So what you can do is close your eyes and just breathe. And then imagine that the Reiki energy comes in the top of your head, down your body, down to the core of the earth, from the core of the earth back up, through your feet, up through your body, up out the top of your head. And then we imagine that the Reiki energy goes out the right hand and in the left. I always use Reiki energy for all my activities because it's easy, user-friendly, nobody owns it, everybody can have access to it, and it's a wonderful way to get in touch with your body and to optimize the frequencies in your own body. So now I want you to, once you get that energy feeling going through in your body, I want you to do a quick chakra clean. And the reason that we're going to do this is because you are connected to everybody else who's also feeling this, who's also connected to everybody else, who's also connected to everybody else. So I want you to imagine that you have cords coming out of your 7 chakras. And I have lots of meditations that I do this. I always do this with the psychic puzzle. So that you know your own energy frequency and that you can be in alignment with what is truly yours and not somebody else's. So I want you to imagine while you're in the shower or sitting on a couch or laying in a bed or wherever you are, that you gently are removing all the cords, like you're pulling maybe onions out by the bulbs. So just gently pulling out the cords out of your crown, gently pulling cords out of your third eye, gently pulling cords out of your throat, gently pulling cords out of your heart, gently pulling cords out of your solar plexus, gently pulling cords out of your sacral chakra, and finally gently pulling cords out of your root chakra. Now you're going to imagine that all these cords turn into white sparkly light and that everybody on the other end of it just feels lightness and you feel light and you feel whole. Now the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to imagine a gigantic dial that has 0 to 10. Okay. And 10 is the highest amount of feeling that you have in your body. So that's all of your psychic abilities. That's all of your awareness, all of your alerts. Okay. And I want you to imagine there's a huge dial and that you are going to take it and you're going to turn it way down. So imagine starting at 10, go down to 9, to 8, to 7, to 6, to 5, and then maybe keep it at like 4 or 3. Your decision. You can turn it all the way down to 0 if you're feeling absolutely overwhelmed by all the noise. But you are in complete control of your psychic sensitivity. And so if you do this consciously, You're going to feel yourself calming down. You're going to feel yourself detaching. You're going to feel yourself regulating your nervous system so that you're not feeling everything so strongly. If you decide that you love this concept, I do have a psychic dial meditation that's 16, 17 minutes long that's much more in depth, much more powerful. I will include that link below. It's psychic puzzle time. For all of my videos, I offer a psychic puzzle to test your intuitive abilities. This is a wonderful, fun activity so that you know how psychically aligned you are right now. To do this, I want you to relax and again, imagine the Reiki flow. The energy goes in the top of your body, all the way down your feet, down to the core of the earth. And then from the core of the earth back up, and it meets your feet, and it travels up and goes all the way up your body and up out the top of your head like a fountain, and then it goes out your right hand and in your left. And then I want you to feel a really happy memory. So think of something that makes you feel really good and really happy. And I want you to imagine that there's a beautiful protective energy bubble of light around you and that you are encasing this wonderful memory inside of this protective bubble. Nothing negative can penetrate, only good vibes are on the inside. And then when the puzzle comes up, go with your very first guess. Please take as long as you need. If you feel a little rushed, just hit the pause button and then guess when you're ready. Good luck. How did you do? Did you know you were going to get it right, or were you uncertain? If you guessed correctly, let me know in the comments. If you didn't guess correctly, don't beat yourself up because it's not about getting it right. It's about learning to listen to your intuitive voice. This takes time and practice. If you're curious, my online courses, meditations, and live classes teach clear and practical ways to develop this skill. For more information, click on the links below.